Nice one. Are we live?
Rock and roll.
Rolling? We're rolling?
Take number one.
Rolling. Okay. Well, I have a little story to tell about this little knife.
Rolling. I thought you were rolling. Rolling.
For like 3 days now, I've been trying to gather up all my stuff that I know I have to bring to camp. Because since it's a year in between, stuff gets scattered all over, like in my closet, the trunk of my car, in the back of my truck, and like different knives and stuff, guns, and ammo, and all that. Clothing, like hats and gloves. It's all scattered all over the place right now.
I know.
I had everything except for this knife, because this is the one that I usually carry when I kill deer, and I use it to skin the deer with. And it's very sharp, and it has a lot of sentimental value to me because I've had it for many, many years, and I've skinned a lot of deer with this. I taught my sons how to skin deer. Yeah. I taught my sons how to skin deer with this. And it's a buck knife, the brand buck. And I get a close up of that. It didn't come from the Knife Channel or the internet.
It was before the internet.
Yeah, this is before the internet.
You had to go to the store and buy
it. And it's brass and wood, and it's a lock blade, and it's a buck stainless steel. See?
No.
Yep.
Nice.
And you can just tell from the wear on this knife. And there's
the lack of wear.
Still a little bit of blood and stuff left over from last year.
All right.
On it, but it's very, very sharp.
Yep.
And it's very sharp point too. It's just good for stabbing things.
Nice.
Like in the neck.
Nice. Nice. Now you're starting to talk like Uncle Ted Nugent.
Yeah. So that's the story of
That's a buck knife.
So where the hell did you find it?
Is that what you meant?
It's a buck knife.
And I was on my way out to camp tonight, and that's the reason why I was late, because I was planning on being here earlier, but I came out and I was driving me crazy that I didn't have this knife.
I thought you told me you lost it.
You can't go to camp without your favorite knife.
I got one just like that in my truck.
I called my son Ryan.
I still do?
State University.
That's probably a felony too.
Immediately suspected that my son David or my son Ryan probably had this knife.
Oh,
I couldn't find it.
That's like racial profiling right there, mister.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Scott, remember that deer that I shot that deer up in the woods there? You blasted it.
Yeah.
And then you said you lost your knife after that? Is that the same knife?
Yeah. I found it.
All right.
Yep. And then I thought I lost it again, so I called Ryan. I'm halfway here, and then he's like, "Hey, Dad, what's up?" I say, "Oh, I'm on my way to camp, son. We're really gonna miss you this year." Everybody's asking, "Ryan coming up? Ryan coming up?" No, he's got school. School? What the hell? This is deer camp, man. Get your priorities right, son. But no. Schoolwork has to come first. I actually told him.
Neither one of them had the knife, and so it's like, where did you find it?
Well, I didn't even bother asking David, because I know even if he did have it, he wouldn't have told me. He would have lied about it.
Or he wouldn't know where it was either.
Right, right.
So where was it?
So Ryan said to me, he said, "Well, Dad, go in my room, and I got an ammo box with all my knives and stuff. It might be in there. Or it might be underneath my bed in my camel backpack, or it might be just inside the door in the cabinet when you come in my room." He said, "But because he's been at college and there's been other people in and out of his room all the time, the girls' friends, and whoever, downstairs, he said some of his knives are missing." He's not real happy about that.
Oh, man.
So I said, "Well, okay." So I turned around and I got here. Then I thought, I have a duffel bag that I have a duffel bag that I keep a Leatherman in, and it just kind of hit me. I thought, if I stuck that knife in there, it's nice and compact when you're staying in the motel and stuff. And so halfway to camp, I turned around and go back home and take one last look, and I looked in my duffel bag, and one of the side pouches that I never looked at, I started unzipping all the little pouches and stuff, and
woohoo! There it is.
So I called Ryan. I said, "Well, Ryan, I'm sorry I accused you of taking my knife."
Man, you should.
But he said, "Well, that's okay." Because I probably didn't take it at one point anyway.
But that is a nice knife.
That's the story of that knife.
That's not a knife.
You really have to look at, this blood stains and stuff on it to really appreciate
I know it.
it.
And
This-
the way that the brass
this is a
all
knife.
stained.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
knife.
That's a Bowie knife.
This is a knife.
Yeah.
You don't fucking fuck around with it.
Yeah,
That's the knife they have in the movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Rambo, man.
About
You
that.
can cut barbed wire fence with that knife.
Oh hell yeah!
Well,
Stories. Yeah, we're talking about our knives. We all have stories. About
Whip
our
out
knives.
your knife.
Yeah.
okay. This is. He's talking about his
I
knife.
can hear you.
Okay. Well, I just talk loud. That's the way.
Okay.
This is an old timer knife. It is an old timer knife too. I mean, because it is like old. Because when I used to work for Foster Construction, like frickin' 25 years ago, they used to give these out at Preston Feathers to guys that work for different companies. Would come in and they'd say, here's a Christmas present.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's what I
beautiful
thought.
old
And I
timer.
had about 4 or 5 of these fuckers.
Really?
And I never used them.
Look at that.
You know?
I like the bone handle and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Push
sharp
that some
too.
nigger's ear.
Here.
Nice.
Let's
see your knife,
You
Coop.
got the little one there too.
Whip out your knife, Coop.
Whip out my knife. I'm not showing you my knife.
No, okay.
But anyhow, that's the story on that knife.
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
that's a beautiful story.
Nice.
Yep.
It was short though compared to mine.
Well, I don't want to end up like Coop. I gotta drive home.
That's your